Yeah, this is just Bob Bowman, and I'm coming with a pre recorded video, and I'm not in my normal spot that I usually do it in. Like, I'm laying down and I'm taking it easy. Um, there's been a lot going on with me. I had to temporarily take my videos down, and I only put some of the videos as being visible publicly. Some of them I'm just leaving it privately, being able to be seen. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I can't deal with the pressures of what comes along with the manosphere and the stress that comes along with it. And I realize why there are certain men that ended up dying or ended up, having really bad health issues or committing suicide and things like that. And the reason is because there's a battle to be heard, understood, and respected. And it's a battle that it's not winnable because, you have certain people that's made up their mind. They want to attack, they want to belittle, they want to make certain men's life miserable because they're not going along with the program. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Now, is it okay to bring awareness to it? Yes, it's okay to bring awareness to it, but to actually fight the negative opinions that is out here and being spread about others is really pointless at this point because we've seen so many lives get taken either by stress or by mental illnesses and things like that. And my first video that I made in regards to getting my passport and going overseas, it wasn't to belittle or downgrade anybody or to make people feel mad or upset. I was just talking about my personal experiences because, like, I had difficulties here and I wanted to go and see if I would have those same difficulties elsewhere, like was told to me that would happen. And it wasn't the same. And I can only go off of my experience. So, with that being said, um, I had to deal with a lot of attacks, people questioning my personal life. I had to go through a lot of stress, and I also have my normal everyday stress with work and just living and trying to maintain. And, eventually the battling and the back and forth and the bickering and the trying to prove my point, it wasn't worth it because all it did was make me sick. Like, I'm going through physical therapy again right now to try to better my health. And, you know, I don't want to continue feeling sick or feeling ill. I don't want to continue, you know, feeling like, you know, I have to fight this battle when I know that, like, everybody's going to have their opinions and their viewpoints. Like, you know, I just found myself being so mad and so stressed that people just choose to look at me as being very negative when I'm not hurting anybody, I'm not harming anybody, but they want to label me with weirdos and all this because I'm not doing things the way that they want me to do it. I've, you know, I've removed myself from the lives of certain people. Certain people remove themselves from my life. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough. It's been tough to deal with. It's a part of manhood. It's part of being a man. You know, like, I have a support system, but at the same time, even with that support system, I gotta do what's best for me. And I found myself getting sick from the stress, having stomach issues. I'm also going through the physical therapy portion of it, which means that I'm having a hard time with, doing my normal activities. And it's become too much. It was too much pressure I was putting on myself to try to stand up for men like me. And I'm at the point to where I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. Just let everybody think what they want to think. Just let me do the best that I can with my life. I'm not going to bicker and go back and forth and debate these people because at the end of the day, they're not worth it. They're not worth my health. They're not worth my sanity. I know I'm going to continue being attacked because of who I am, but that comes with the territory. When you're a heterosexual male who's black and who isn't going along with the status quo or going along with the program of how, how people view you outside looking in, if you're not if you don't have a certain swagger or charisma, or you don't have a certain monetary value, that you're supposed to accept being viewed as low on the totem pole, and you're supposed to just take anything. And I know people that have done that, and I know people that's faking being happy in miserable relationships, but I've chosen to just stay by myself, and I mean, I don't have any issues with people getting married. Like, I think that's good. If somebody wants to get married to somebody and they want to do it as a business deal, hey, that's on them. You know, it don't have to be actual love. It could be business. I get that. I'm not trying to do that. You know, I would rather just live my life to the best of my ability by myself and just die by myself if this is what it takes to just live the life that I need to live for me. I don't need any friends. I don't need any organizations. I don't need any of that. I'm just totally done with trying to prove myself, trying to prove my point. Like, nobody cares about how it is that I feel or what point it is that I'm trying to make. At the end of the day, they still gonna feel and think the way that they do. Just like these women out here, like, it doesn't matter if I like give them the world. If they don't like me, they just won't. You know what I'm saying? Even if I improve myself, and I'm still going to improve myself, but I know that to some people it doesn't matter what I do. I'm still going to be the low man on the totem pole, and I'm okay with that at this point because I just don't want the stress and the pressure and the drama that comes along with, you know, all this bickering and back and forth that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, health wise, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm getting older. I want to try to make these last few years that I have to live the best last years that I have. I don't know when I'm going to go. I'm not going to take my own life. I'll tell you that much. Even though sometimes I wish I didn't have to live the way that I do, but I'm just going to continue doing the best that I can with where I'm at. I mean, that's the pressures of life, and it's my burden that I have to deal with. Everybody has their own level of burdens that they have to deal with. Some people, they find other people that they can release their stress out on and use as punching bags. And I know I've been in that situation, and I'm at the point to where I'm like, okay, I'm seeing that I'm being used as a punching bag by certain people. I'm not going to allow myself to be around those people as much as I can possibly help. Like at the job, sometimes I'm going to be the punching bag at work, and it's a part of the environment and dealing with individuals, and I understand that. And I just have to do my best to reduce my stress levels, because all it's going to do is kill me if I continue to allow myself to be this tense and this uptight. And what really helped me get to this point was I had a conversation with a woman. And this woman makes twice as much as what I make yearly. Like she has two children, but she chooses to live a certain lifestyle, which I will not talk about or discuss on here. But she doesn't have to live that lifestyle, but she chooses to live that lifestyle because she wants to live a certain way. She want to have certain things for herself and her children. So she chooses to do certain things in her life, even though she doesn't have to do it. And when I saw this, it helped me realize that, hey, why am I putting all this pressure on myself? Not only to make more money, but to get in better shape, you know, work on my social skills, even though I'm okay as far as that. Like, I know what it is that I like and what I don't. And I know that, you know, sometimes there's nothing that you could do to change people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with all that being said and done, and me having that conversation with her, I was like, wow, this is the world that we live in. And we have to adjust to what it is that we find ourselves in this environment. I mean, is that a bad thing? No. To adjust, I mean, like, I would like to live like how they say live in the Bible and do things the way that they say do in the Bible, but I'm starting to see that, like, it's damn near impossible with the way that things are. And all I can do is just hope that God can understand and forgive me for my shortcomings. Like, I'm just a man, a human being. I don't have any power, outside of the power to make my personal choices in life. Other than that, like, you know, all I could do is do the best that I can. So if this sounds like I'm giving up, I'm not. I'm just pulling back on a lot of the content that I was putting out there. I'm pulling back on my opinions a little bit more about this war against the passport bros, because it's not gonna stop. And everybody gonna have their own idea and understanding about what it is. And honestly, nobody can stop us from doing what it is that we doing. I mean, unless they just put a total restriction on our traveling, and I don't think they want to do that. But, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I had to say. This is just Bob Bowman. Have a nice day.